Hi all. Today we're going to deal with the second chapter. It's called A Daily Philosophy on Becoming Legendary. So that is the second chapter that we have here. We're going to cover the first two pages. And what is legendary? By legendary we mean someone who's very famous and admired or spoken about. If I say Sachin Tendulkar's game was legendary, so that means it was famous and people talked about that and people admired it. Let's start now. He was a speaker of the finest kind, a genuine spellbinder. So it's talking about somebody here, and he was genuine and he could speak well, and he was a spellbinder. By genuine, we mean something that is authentic, something which is true. If I say he is a genuine person, that means he is true. The way he shows, he is like that only. So for that, we use genuine. Spellbinder. Spellbinder, it could be an event or a person that attracts people's attention. If I say yesterday I watched a match, it was an absolute spellbinder. That means it grabbed my attention completely. Nearing the end of a fabled career, and now in his 80s, he had become revered. Okay, by fabled, we mean someone who's famous, and especially by having many stories written about him. Again, if I say Sachin Tendulkar's career was fabled, that means it was famous and people wrote stories about that. And now in his 80s, so we're getting to know about his age. He was in his 80s, he was an old man. He had become revered throughout the world. Revered, we learnt about in the previous chapter, someone who's famous for his work. As a grand master of inspiration, a legend of leadership, and sincere statesman helping everyday people realize their greatest gifts. So that means he would inspire people, would make them leaders. At the same time, he would make them realize about what potential they had. In a culture filled with volatility, uncertainty, and insecurity. So the culture which existed, it had volatility, something which is not stable. So what we mean by volatility? Something which is not stable, which can change at any point of time. Uncertainty, something about which we are not sure, and insecurity means when we're not confident about something. The spellbinders even drew stadium-sized numbers of human beings who longed not only to lead masterful lives. Longed means strong urge. If I say yesterday I longed for an ice cream, that means I had a strong urge to eat ice cream yesterday. So he's saying, like, when we have such kind of culture, when we have volatility, uncertainty, and insecurity, the spellbinders events. So a lot of people would come listen him, and they would come in huge numbers, and they had strong urge not to lead masterful lives filled with creativity, productivity, and prosperity. So they wanted to be creative, productive, and wanted to be happy, but also to exist in a way that passionately elevated humanity. Elevate means to raise something. If I say after joining this company he elevated his career, that means his career went up. So he made progress. So they wanted to be creative, productive, and happy, prosperous, but they wanted as a human being also good, so that at the end they would feel confident they had left a wonderful legacy. Legacy means something which is passed by someone to the next generation. If I say that his legacy was carried forward by his sons, that means so what they learnt from him, that was again taken forward by his sons. So this is how we use the word legacy here. And so they wanted to be good human beings also, and made their mark on the generations that would follow. They wanted to be good human beings so that the coming generations would remember them. This man's work was unique, it blended insights. Unique, something which is not common, which is unusual. So it was kind of different work he was doing. It blended insights. Blended means something which is mixed so that it combines very well. At home we have blender. We say that I had mango shake yesterday, and that was made by blending milk with mango. So that means you combine something very well. So it blended insights that fortified. Fortified means to strengthen something. If I say yesterday bank received a threat from thieves and it got some police personnel, and that fortified the bank, that means that strengthened the bank. So that means it was to protect the bank. So it blended inside. So inner views that we have, right? So those were fortified. That fortified the warrior within. So the kind of that we have, that our warrior, inner warrior means the personality that we have. It just strengthened it, and with ideas that honored the soulful poet who resides inside the heart, and it just made us do good things. His messaging showed ordinary individuals how to succeed at the highest levels of the business realm. So he actually made those ordinary people succeed. He made them successful at the highest level of the business realm. By realm we mean area of interest or an activity. If I say my interest is in the realm of sports, that means it's in the area of sports. So he made them succeed when it came to business. Yet reclaim means something which you gain again, something which you get again. Because of his the motivation provided him, I was able to reclaim my interest in studies. That means I became again interested in studies. So this is what we mean by reclaim. So reclaim the magic of lively, richly lived. So they became successful. At the same time, they started living very rich lives. That means good quality lives. So we return to the sense of awe we once knew before a hard and cold world, our natural genius into bondage by an orgy of complexity, superficiality, and technological distraction. So we return to a sense of awe. That awe means when you admire something. So we again start admiring things, and we once knew that we would do earlier before a hard and cold world placed. This is a phrase which has been used. By this we mean the world at times things were smooth and at times things were not very smooth. So it's more kind of a phrase which has been used here to talk about that. And so earlier he would say that there would be hard times, smooth times, and we became natural genius into the bondage of an orgy of complexity. So this, we became kind of slave of orgy. What is orgy? This is a very important word. When there's any kind of behavior which is in a very wild, uncontrolled manner, in that case we can use the word orgy. Let me give you an example. If I say that he got his salary and he got into orgy of spending. So that means he started spending wildly in an uncontrolled manner. Of complexity. What is complexity? Anything which has features which are hard to understand. That is called complex thing, right? So complexity, superficiality. By superficiality we mean something which is just like from outer side, and it does not actually mean really. If I say his good behavior is superficial, that means he's behaving good just from outer side. He actually is not behaving that good in reality. It's just to show to others that he's good. So we use this word superficiality like that. And technological distraction. So we were having this orgy of all these things. That means we were having things which included complexity, superficiality, and technological distraction. Though the spellbinder was tall, his advanced years left him slightly bent over. So it's talking about his personality, his appearance. He was tall, his advanced years. That means the later years of someone's life, those are called advanced years. So those advanced years left him slightly bent over. So he had got a little bent as he walked the platform. He stepped carefully yet gracefully. A precisely fitted charcoal grey suit with soft white pinstripes gave him an elegant look, and a pair of blue tinted eyeglasses added just the right amount of cool. So it's talking about his outlook, what he was wearing, and by tinted we mean something related to glass. If I say that his car has blue tinted or black tinted glasses, that means it has this such color glasses. Life is too short to play small with your talents. The spellbinder spoke to the room of thousands. So he made this statement here. There were thousands sitting in the room. So he said, life is too short to play small. That means the talent that we have, we got to be serious with it. We cannot just go about taking things lightly. That's usually a lot of people do, right? Not many people are very serious about what they should be doing in their lives. As a result, probably they don't grow well. You were born into the opportunity as well as the responsibility to become legendary. So he's saying that it's just not that you got an opportunity when you took birth. Obviously you got an opportunity to do well. At the same time, it's your responsibility also to become legendary. Legendary we talked about earlier, very famous and admired or spoken about, right? So he said it's just like you get an opportunity to become legendary. At the same time, it's your responsibility also to become legendary. You have been built to achieve masterwork level projects designed to realize unusually important pursuits and constructed to be a force for good on this tiny planet. So it's saying that you have been built. That means there's a reason for your existence. You have to really do mastery. That means you have to achieve sheer brilliance designed to realize unusually important pursuits. Good word, pursuits. By pursuits, we mean the act of following something or trying to achieve a plan or activity or a situation, and it's like usually over a longer period. Now, it can be used in different ways. If I say the police was in pursuit of thieves, that means it was chasing thieves, right? And if I say that in pursuit of happiness, he started doing good to others, so that means he was chasing happiness. So you have been built to achieve brilliance and designed to realize unusually important pursuits. So such kind of chases, like such kind of achievements that you're supposed to have, and constructed to be a force for good on this tiny planet. And you are constructed to be someone who would do good on this earth. You have it in you to reclaim sovereignty over your primal greatness. What is sovereignty? Sovereignty means the power or authority to rule. If I say India is a sovereign country, that means India has the power to rule this country. No one else can. So it's saying like you have to reclaim again. You to get back the control over. So if you relate here to this situation, sovereignty means that you have to reclaim. You have to gain your control over your primal greatness. I mean, you were supposed to be a great personality, right? So to gain that, you have to reclaim. For that, you have to reclaim your control over greatness in a civilization that has become fairly uncivilized. So it's saying that civilization that we have right now has become uncivilized. Maybe it's not as per as it should be. So that's the reason he has made these sentences. To restore your nobility in a global community where the majority shops for nice shoes and acquires expensive things, yet really invest in the better self. So he's just saying that usually people, they are more into spending money on those worldly things for comforts, and they don't invest in making themselves better. Your personality leadership requires no demands that you stop being a cyber zombie relentlessly. So your personal leadership requires no. So if you have to be have good leadership qualities, and so you need to have few things that you should stop being a cyber zombie. Now, cyber zombie is a word which is used to describe a hacker who does things illegally on computer network, and here it has been used in this way that normally we are always hooked on to those things, right? To these internet and all. Relentlessly, that's a very good word. It means when we do something in a very determined way, we do without any kind of break. If I say he's relentlessly trying hard to crack the exam, that means he's just like doing that thing with complete dedication without any kind of break. Attracted to digital devices and restructure your life to model mastery, exemplify decency. Now he's just saying that you have to stop being cyber zombie, relentlessly attracted to digital devices. So we are like non-stop attracted to the digital devices. Aren't we very much hooked on to hook to our gadgets, our laptops, our mobile phones? He's just pointing that thing here. To digital devices and restructure your life to model mastery. So he said like we have to stop doing all that thing and we have to restructure our life to model mastery, to become like master of things, do things in a very good manner. Exemplify. What is exemplify? We can use this word in a very fine way in so many situations. If I say that the results exemplify the high standards of this institute, that means they show, it's kind of an example that we get of something. So it means to be a typical example of something. Exemplify. So we have to restructure our life to model mastery. Exemplify decency. We got to be decent in behavior. And relinquish. Relinquish means to give up something. If I say after retirement he relinquished all his responsibilities, that means he gave up. He gave up the responsibilities. The self-centeredness, that means when someone is only interested in himself and on his activities, then we can call the person self-centered. So he saying that we have to give up that thing, and this thing, what it does, self-centeredness, it keeps people, good people, limited. That means when people are self-centered, they're not considered to be good. So we have to give up this thing. We have to stop being self-centered. We have to show decency, and we have to achieve brilliance. The great women and men of the world were all givers, not takers. So it's saying like people who have done great things, they were givers. That means they helped others. They did not take help from others. They just went about assisting others. Renounce. That's a very good word. By renounce we mean when we say something publicly that you no longer own, support, believe in, or have a connection with something. Right? If I say that he renounced his relationship with his brother, that means he publicly said that he did not have any relationship with his brother. So renounce the common delusion that those who accumulate the most win. So he's saying that, now what is accumulate? What is delusion first? Delusion means belief in something that which is not true. If I say that he was under the delusion that he would come first, that means he had this belief that he would come first, and that was false. It was not true. So renounce the delusion. So this wrong notion that you have, just give up that thing. This is what he's saying, that those who accumulate. By accumulate we mean when we collect or gather something gradually, slowly. If I say that I accumulated 1 lakh rupees in 4 months, that means I took 4 months to collect 1 lakh rupees. So he said like people who think that the common delusion that we have, that people who gather most, they are the winners, that is a wrong thing. We have to give up this thinking. Instead do work that is heroic. Instead means in place of. So in place of this thing, do the work that is heroic, which will make you hero, which will be good, which will be appreciated by people. So this is what we mean here. That staggers your marketplace by the quality of its originality as well as from the helpfulness it provides. So what it would do, it would just give that quality to your work, and it would help to others also. While you do so, my recommendation is that you also create a private life strong in ethics. What is recommendation? When you suggest something, if I say that I recommended his name for this post, that means I suggested his name for this post. While you do so, my recommendation is that you also create a private life strong. So it's saying that while doing this thing, my suggestion to you is that you also create a private life. So the private life that you're living, that also should be strong in ethics. By ethics we mean something which is based on morals. Everybody knows Tata company that we have in India is very much based on morals. They always do quality work, right? So we can easily say that the company runs on ethics. Tata company runs on ethics. Rich was marvelous, with marvelous beauty and unyielding. And marvelous means something which is good, right? Should be rich. And unyielding, that's again a very good word. Unyielding, by unyielding we mean when we don't give up, we don't compromise. If I say that my father told me not to watch movie on Sunday, but I was unyielding, that means I did not agree to that. I did not agree to what he said. I just remained stuck to what I wanted to do. So we can use the word unyielding here. When it comes to the protection of your inner peace, so he's saying, why he's using this word, he's saying that you have to be unyielding. You should not compromise when it comes to protect your inner peace. That means things which are genuinely good, you have to really be doing those things, should not compromise on those things. This, my friends, is how you soar with angels. Now what is soar? To rise. If I say after joining this company his career soared, that means it just went up, progressed. And it's like usually quickly. So you would say something that goes up quickly. This, my friend, is how you soar with angels. That means how you start doing quality work, and this is how you become really good and walk alongside the goal. So it's just again a phrase that has been used. It's just to say that you just become really, really good. The spellbinder paused. He drew in a gulp of air. It's a phrase which has been used here. Gulp of air means sometimes we just take a lot of air inside. Maybe like we are tired and we just want to grab a lot of oxygen. We are short of breath, right? So in that case, we can say I took a pause and then I had a gulp of air. That means I took a lot of air inside. As big as a mountain. Now it's again a phrase here. It can't be as big as a mountain, but just to show that it took a lot of air inside. So these words have been used. His breathing grew strained. Now what is strained? Strained means something which is problem. If I say that my relationship with him is strained, that means it's not smooth. There are some issues in the relationship that I'm having with that boy. His breathing grew strained, that means it grew some problem and made a whooshing noise. What is whooshing noise? Whooshing noise is a noise that is which it's usually kind of a sound which is which is like a wind, which is like the sound of wind. Sometimes when this wind really is very fast, we get some sound. That is what you call whooshing sound. So when he had this gulp of air, his breathing grew strained and it made a whooshing noise as he inhaled. So this is the end of second page here. So we are done with this thing. So in this he has talked about, now let's recap this thing. In these 2 pages, so writer has talked about the spellbinder. Spellbinder, that means someone who's very good in what he's doing. He motivates people. A lot of people show interest in what he does and people come to listen to him. He makes them really good when it comes to realizing their potential, making them leaders. When it comes to making them leaders, or it makes them very creative also. And he has made people successful, and he's just telling them it's not good to take things easy. Life is too short to play small. So this is like someone who's motivating people, and it's a great thing. We all need motivation. So such people are obviously very, very helpful, I would say. And I'm sure it's just going to get interesting, and let's call it off here. Thank you so much, and soon you will find the next 2 pages coming your way. Thank you for watching.